They sent Paul in.
Good evening, everybody. Glad to see this place full. Golly, that feels great, doesn't it? We're going to get some news in just a few minutes that I think many of you want to hear about, too, concerning Walmart and their drones that's going to be delivering your stuff. So that'll be coming up shortly. But before we do that, we would like to move into swearing in our new folks. We're going to do that next. Danny, are you ready for the swearing in? You want me to move on?
Yes, the judge will swear him.
Good. Hey there. Good to see you again. Great. Thank you for being here. Okay, we got Brandon.
You got the oaths?
And we got Keith Colquitt, Wes Johnson, and Melanie Long. Yeah, I already announced him. We good. Judge, you need the mic. Yeah.
Anybody from the newspaper? There we go. That is. All right. There you go. On the Bible? Yeah. Right hand on the Bible. Thank you. All right. I, Brandon Whitfield, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will, in all respects, observe the provisions of the Constitution of the United States of America, the state of Georgia, the charter and ordinances of the city of Loganville, and I will faithfully discharge the duties of office of mayor. So help me God.
I do.
Congratulations. Thank you.
No backing out now.
That's right. Congratulations, yes, sir. All right, I believe we have Keith Colquitt.
Judge, he brought his own Bible.
Oh, I came prepared.
I thought you was a pastor when you came in.
How are you doing, Doug Kidd? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too. Hey, how are you doing, Doug? Nice to meet you. All right, if you can put your hand on the Bible. I, Keith Colquitt, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will, in all respects, observe the provisions of the Constitution of the United States of America, the state of Georgia, the charter and ordinances of the city of Loganville, and I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of council member. So help me God. I do. All right. Congratulations. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Good job. It's a heck of a note, isn't it? Sworn in one day, sworn at the next. They'll all do fine.
Wesley Johnson.
Come on up, Wes. Sharon, you got to check your light meter on this one. Right, Wes?
Very good. Nice to meet you, Doug Kidd. Congratulations. Nice to meet you. If you can raise your right hand. I, Wesley Johnson, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will, in all respects, observe the provisions of the Constitution of the United States of America, the state of Georgia, the charter and ordinances of the city of Loganville, and I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of council member. So help me God.
I do.
Congratulations. Sir, thank you.
Very good.
Congratulations. Yes, sir.
Wes, you want to give everybody your personal cell phone number? No. You're up.
Right.
Very
Melanie
good.
Long. How are you doing? I know, it's been a while. Congratulations again.
Thank you. All right, don't run away with it this time.
All right, if you can raise your right hand. I, Melanie Long, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will, in all respects, observe the provisions of the Constitution of the United States of America, the state of Georgia, the charter and ordinances of the city of Loganville, and I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of council member. So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
And one thing's different about this individual. she knows what she's getting into, right? Okay, before we really get started, let me mention to you that Ray Martinez is here. Ray, where are you at? Okay, stand up, Ray. Ray's here with us with the big house downtown. We have my friend and fellow mayor, John Howard from Monroe, Georgia. There he is. We have a past mayor who just turned 90 years old, Junior Hall, and Junior brought a guest with him who's a backbone of Loganville, and that's Peggy Bird. Peggy. We got another ex-mayor here tonight, and that's Dan Curry. And coming to us tonight, all the way from North Carolina, near the Matthews area, is another ex-mayor and council member, Renee Otterman. Renee, stand up. Good job. You gonna tell us when you were mayor? Too long ago? She was just a kid, weren't you? I was. You were. And also we have in our audience John Sosby, who put himself on the line and ran for mayor this year, and we appreciate that, John. John Sosby, thank you. And from the reporting side of the world, we have Sharon Swanepoel with the Walton Tribute and the Loganville Media. Sharon, let everybody know. I know you're going to get some sneaky pictures. And we also have Jim Thornton in the back. Jim, so everybody knows, if you do anything funny, you get your picture in the paper. Okay. With that said, let's move on to the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance, if I could. I have, let's do the pledge first, if you guys don't mind. Chief Lowry, would you come up and lead us in the pledge, please? And Tim Johnson, please come with him. I know you hate to be called up front, but I do it anyway. This is the directors of our public safety enterprise. Thank you. And now it's my honor to recognize a couple of friends in the community. One of them is Calvin Mapp. Calvin is a pastor at the Baptist Morningside Church, and he's a great guy, along with Brent Ross, who's also a great guy with the Hope Church out on Highway 20. So y'all want to come up and do the invocation, gentlemen? And then a little surprise, too.
Let us bow our heads and look to God. We want to thank God for this night. What a beautiful night. A mayor going out and a mayor coming in. City council members. What a privilege it is. Lord, you're a mighty God tonight. You're a good God. We thank you for being present with us tonight. We thank you for your goodness and your mercies. We thank you for the incoming mayor and the outgoing mayor. We pray, dear Lord, that you would bless him and bless his family, bless his council members. Lord, will you bless this great city of Loganville? We want to thank you for this time in my life. I'm pastoring one of the churches in this city, and we pray that you would keep it safe. You would keep all of us safe. We pray for our chief of police and his officers, that they would keep all of us while we're asleep. They would watch over us during the night. The first responders, the firemen, in this community. We pray for the community, Lord. We just give you glory tonight, for you are mighty God. Will you keep our world safe tonight, all over the world? And we will give you the glory, and we will give you the praise. We pray from the White House to our house that you would keep all of us safe, all of our state senators and everybody in Atlanta, at the Capitol, our governor, the whole world tonight. We put it all in your hand, because in your hand, everything can be all right. These prayers we asked in the name of Jesus, and all the people said, amen, amen, amen. Okay, we've been asked to come together, Reverend Ross and myself. We're going to record a record one of these days. It's a song that the man loved to hear us sing. Give me that old time religion. Give me that old time religion. Give me that old time religion. It's good enough for me. Oh, it was good for the Hebrew children. It was good for the Hebrew children. It was good for the Hebrew children. It's good enough for me. Just give me that old time religion. Oh, give me that old time religion. Oh, give me that old time religion. It's good enough for me. Oh, give me that old time religion. Please give me that old time religion. Give me that old time religion. It's good enough for me. Amen. I got to go now. I got to
Thank you very
go to
much.
prayer meeting. And
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you,
God
Calvin.
bless America and God bless Loganville.
Thank you. And by the way, his church is right exactly in the middle of the city, right, Calvin? Right in the heart of the city. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Calvin. Okay, we're going to add one thing to the agenda, if you guys don't mind. We're going to have Miss Catherine Lovett is with us. Just a second, Catherine. She's with Wings Aviation, and she's going to be talking about the Walmart introduction of the drones to do our deliveries in Loganville, some of them. And with that, that's the only thing I would change. So can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion. We have a second? Okay, we have a motion. We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, the agenda is approved. Catherine, if you would, come on up to the podium and tell us what you guys are getting ready to do. There it is.
Well, good evening, council members. My name is Catherine Lovett. It is a pleasure to be here. I didn't know I was going to get a little praise and worship before my presentation, so that's always a good thing. Well, I'm very excited to talk to you all about drone delivery and our delivery service here in the city of Loganville. I am the local policy and community affairs manager for Wing. I'm based just down the road from you guys in Atlanta, Georgia. I consider myself a pseudo-Georgia girl. I went to Spelman College for undergrad and then Georgia State University for grad school. So for me, this was a very special project to bring drone delivery to the state of Georgia because I have family and friends who live all around the metro region, and I'm excited for them to benefit. So with that, let's just jump in. I wanted to give you all a little bit of information about who we are as a company at Wing, and then we'll look at what the service is going to look like here in Loganville. So for those that don't know or may not have heard of us before, Wing started in 2012 in Google as a project, and then in 2018 we became an Alphabet subsidiary. So Google is our sister company. You also may have heard of one of our other sister companies, which is Waymo. So the autonomous cars that you all have seen driving around the metro region, that is our sister company, and then we are the autonomous drone delivery company under Alphabet. We are also the first company in the U.S. to get a Part 135 air carrier certificate through the Federal Aviation Administration, and so that's something we're very proud about. Since then, we have been flying in Australia, where we have a partnership with DoorDash. We've been flying there since 2018, delivering everything from your favorite burgers, tacos, matcha tea, hot lattes via drone. And we've also been flying here in the U.S. and Virginia since that time. Our partnership with Walmart started in 2022 in Texas, in a little town called Frisco, which is about 30 miles north of downtown Dallas, so very similar in distance to the city of Loganville. Since then, we announced earlier this year, back in May, that we would be expanding across the U.S. with Walmart to over 100 Walmart store locations to provide drone delivery for Walmart supercenters. So very exciting to know that for the city of Loganville, you all have become one of the first cities in the state of Georgia to offer drone delivery to residential customers. As a company, we've now done over 600,000 commercial deliveries to residential homes, both in Australia, here in the US, as well as in Ireland, Finland, and in the UK. The average delivery time for customers from the time they place their order to the time it gets to their front door is now 5 to 10 minutes. In some locations, it's 5 to 15. So when we think about traffic, keep that in mind. When you have to sit in rush hour after work, you don't want to drive to the store, you all now have access to a really cool service that can get you things that you need very quickly. So with that, I just called this out, but also again wanted to just show you all from a visual perspective that again, Loganville is one of our 6 new locations that just launched last week. We are also flying in the city of Conyers, Georgia, Dallas, Hiram, McDonough, and Woodstock. So if you have any friends or family in those cities, definitely let them know. They can also check this out from their local Walmarts. So I'm going to play for you now a video for those that may not have been by the store just to see what the service looks like. And the video may not play. Okay, let's see. Oh. Okay. No worries. Well, if you have a chance, just literally like 6 minutes away from here at the Loganville that's on Atlanta Highway, you'll see a fenced-in area that looks just like this at the store, and you will find that there are drones inside of that fenced-in area that can deliver to your home. So in the video you'll see, but you can also see this at the store. So for the loading process, you're able to place your order in an app, and I'll show you what that experience looks like. You're able to peruse thousands of items from the Walmart that's on Atlanta Highway. So everything from the grocery items that you see at the Walmart store. We had people last week ordering rotisserie chickens, small bowls of salad, fresh fruit. You can also order over-the-counter medications from the Walmart pharmacy in addition to small goods. So last week we were doing like a fun promo where people were ordering holiday candy and having that delivered to their homes. Now for the fenced-in area that you see here on the video, this is what we call a nest, N-E-S-T, and so it is set up as part of our FAA regulations to make sure that we are protecting that area that the drones sit on. So similar to an airport, just like the Atlanta International Airport, regional municipal airports, where for a tarmac, you can't walk on a tarmac in an airport without having proper FAA certification. The same applies to the fenced-in area that you see here. So for myself as just a novice who does not have FAA credentials, I also have to be escorted by our team whenever I enter that fenced-in area. So the active flight line and the fencing that you see there is there to make sure we're keeping both the drones safe as well as you all safe in the parking lot at the store. Another thing to note, we get questions about cameras and privacy on the aircrafts. So those big QR codes that you see on the aircraft, and I'll point those out on the next slide. If you remember those as we go forward, those QR codes are used by the drones, and the lenses that we have on the base of the drone, they're optical lenses, use those QR codes to help them with navigation and spatial distancing when they go inside and outside of the nest. So when the drone is at the store, you'll see it hovering at about 20 feet in the air, and then there's a tether that kind of looks like the microphone on the ceiling there that will lower down from the base of the drone, and the package gets hooked on that tether. And so when the drone is hovering, and then also when it returns to the nest, you'll see that it uses those QR codes, or what we call geofiducials, to navigate its way in and out of the nest safely. It also helps the drones to identify its home charging pad. So we get questions a lot about, well, what about the battery life on the drones? Our drones don't ever have issues with battery life because they have those big metal charging pads that they sit on at the store that allow them to pull power during operating hours. Another thing you'll note at the store as well is we have a new concept that's called an auto loader. So as I mentioned before, we make sure for our stores with Walmart that we keep all employees safe, and that includes the Walmart staff as well. Because they do not have their FAA credentials, they are not able to enter that fenced-in area called the nest. And so we have this auto loader concept that's been created where the employees who do the curbside pickup at Walmart and are already walking out to the parking lot to drop off your orders can now use the auto loader area to hook packages onto the apparatus that you see in the image. So the big praying mantis arms, there's a hook in the center of that where the Walmart employees will be able to hook their packages and then they can simply walk away. So it's a nice hands-free system that's been created to keep the Walmart employees safe, but also make sure that customers are still getting their orders in about 5 to 15 minutes from the store. So as I mentioned before, at Wing, we again are federally regulated through the FAA. We are a Part 135 air carrier, which means that we're rated for package delivery, small package delivery to be specific, by drone. We also have a team of Part 107 certified FAA pilots who are overseeing all of our nest locations here in the state of Georgia, which means for the city of Loganville, we have a dedicated team of pilots who oversees each of the drones at the nest during operating hours. As part of our FAA guidance, we currently only operate during daylight hours. We do not fly at night. Now, that could change in the future if the FAA ever does change its regulations, but currently we only fly during daylight hours. So you'll also note on this map that you see on the screen, we set up what we call geofencing to also make sure we're not entering into airspace that is restricted, such as the Atlanta International Airport, municipal, regional airports. So those red circles that you see are how we build in on the back end of the system, the fencing or restrictions in the airspace for our drones. In addition to, our pilots are able to monitor the airspace that the drones are moving through at all times. So if, for example, your police department or maybe the nearby hospital needs to put a helicopter in the air for an emergency, our team is able to monitor that in real time, and it allows us to adjust our operations for the drones if we need to support airspace deconfliction. Whenever you see a Delta Airlines or American Airlines flight, they're always at a certain altitude in the air. For our drones, we will always stay below a threshold of 400 feet. Anything above 400 feet is considered commercial airspace. So our cruising altitude for the drones when they're flying to and from your homes is about 150 to 200 feet. For those that haven't seen the drone, this is what it looks like up close. So if you all go home this evening and then you wake up tomorrow morning and your neighbor is ordering, please don't be alarmed. It's a Wing drone. The drone is wrapped in styrofoam and recycled plastic. It's an all-electric aircraft. There's no CO2 emissions from this. But you'll see here on the screen, the drone itself only weighs 11 pounds, and then the weight capacity for the packages is about 2.5 pounds. So we won't, unfortunately, be able to replace like your full grocery order, or for me as an Amazon girl, can't get your big Amazon orders delivered to your front door, but we can get you those small items that you need. So like last week we had people that were like, oh, I'm just gonna order rotisserie chicken for dinner so I don't have to cook when I get home, and they were able to get it. The drone brings it to you again really quickly. It's still nice and hot, ready to eat straight out of your package. In Texas during the summer, we have people that actually order ice cream. I typically think they're ordering it like for their kids, those like boxes of ice cream, still comes nice and frozen. And even for our sites in Charlotte, we have people that order their morning coffee, like matcha teas and lattes, and it arrives nice and hot and it's not spilled. We use like cup containers and holders inside of the packaging. One really quick call out on this slide is that all of our aircrafts are registered with the FAA. So each of our drones that you all see at the store has an antenna on the back of them, and they're able to receive information from other aircrafts that are in the area. So going back to the example of helicopters, other drone operators, our pilots, in addition to the drones, are able to receive that information from other aircrafts in the area, again, making sure that we don't have any issues with in-air collisions or accidents. To date, at Wing, for all of our locations, both internationally and here in the U.S., we have not had any incidents in the air with any collisions, accidents, or damage with other aircrafts, nor any property damage at any residential homes. We take safety very seriously here at Wing, at our company, in addition to our partnership with Walmart. Now, again, I had mentioned before, we always get questions about privacy. And so for the residents here in Loganville, we want to reassure you that we do not use our drones for surveillance. Our approvals through the FAA are for package delivery only, which means that our drones do not have any live feed nor any audio or cameras on them for recording. So again, the drones are only able to use optical lenses for depth perception, which allows them to know when they're 20 feet, 100 feet in the air, so forth. But when they are delivering to a residential home, we can neither see you nor hear you. And we understand that communities want to have that information up front, and we're very, again, very forthright and honest in making sure that that's clearly communicated to communities before we enter for deliveries. Another question that we get is about the sound or noise from the drones. So this image that you all see here really quickly just kind of calls out the difference in sound for the drone when it's at 20 feet in the air versus 150 feet in the air for that cruising altitude. Now, for delivery at your home, when the drone arrives at your home, it never lands on the ground. So again, the drone will drop from 150 feet, which is the cruising altitude, down to about 25 feet, and then it will hover, and then it lowers your package down using a tether. So we'd always, again, thinking about safety, the drones are intentionally designed to stay in the air so that they're not impacting your residential property. During that delivery process, you'll note on the screen that the drone at 23 feet in the air is quieter than a car that's driving on the road at 40 miles an hour in front of your house. So that's the loudest that the drone will be when it's in that delivery process. Now, when the drone is 150 to 200 feet in the air, you'll see on the screen on the scale that the drone is actually quieter than a microwave or a dishwasher that's in the next room. So we've intentionally designed our drones since 2018 to make sure that they integrate seamlessly into everyday residential neighborhood sounds that you'll hear. And that's something that we continue to evolve as we grow as a company. At Wing, for those that do not know, we design, manufacture, and operate all of our drones in-house. So our drones are made here by our team, where our headquarters is based in California, in Palo Alto, again, because we started with Google. And so we have a team of aerospace engineers, mechanical engineers that builds that drone you saw on screen from the ground up, and then we operate everything internally in the U.S. out of our headquarters in Palo Alto and our operations center in Dallas, Texas. Now, lastly, for those that are wondering about how does drone delivery really fit in for the city of Loganville, now going back to the thoughts about rush hour. So we know that traffic and congestion, no matter where you live in the metro region, has gotten very bad. Just to go a few miles, it can sometimes take you 20 to 30 minutes. Last week, I went 4 miles in Atlanta, and it took me 35 minutes to go 4 miles, which is crazy. So when you think about drone delivery, since launching our service here in the U.S., we've seen communities that are using our service 3 to 4 times a week per customer just to get small items like baby food, cat food, allergy medicine, children's cold medicine, fresh fruit, and everything else in between. And for all of those customers, the number one reason they use our service is because of the convenience and the ease of access. Our top two items that people order from our stores is fresh produce from Walmart, and the second is over-the-counter medications from the Walmart pharmacy. So that just shows you that people are using our service to, again, improve quality of life and also ease of access to the things that they need really quickly. Now, for our Texas locations that we've been operating in since 2022, we are now doing 2,000 orders a day. So that volume also shows you that this is not just kind of a cool thing that people do now and then. People really do use this service on a daily, weekly basis to get access to the items that they need. And then also for you all, as you're thinking about the growth of Loganville and the future of job opportunities here in the metro region, drone delivery is a technology that is not going away. If you think back 10 years ago and someone said to you the words Uber or Lyft, you probably gave them a blank stare and didn't know what they were talking about. Where now, fast forward to 2025, 2026, most communities don't think twice about taking an Uber to the airport, using Lyft or DoorDash to get that, pizza or barbecue that you want on a Friday night. So thinking about the job industry for the drones, we're very excited to bring that growth to the city of Loganville. Even just for the store here, we've already hired a team of Part 107 technicians who are actively working on site at the Loganville Walmart. That team is the core team who manages the drones for your store. So you will probably see them if you drive by. They're in safety vests, they've got hard hats on, but we're very excited about adding these store locations in the metro region because it's an opportunity to add jobs for individuals with experience in aviation, aerospace, engineering, and so forth. Now, I know the big question that everyone is asking right now is, okay, Catherine, you've said all these great things, but how do I order my first drone delivery? So, to get your drone delivery from your Loganville Walmart, you'll order through an app, the Wing app. If you go to your app store, it's just Wing Drone Delivery. You can do it on the Google Play or your Apple Store. When you type in Wing Drone Delivery, download the app, you'll get registered and set up. You can then put in your address to check if you're eligible for delivery. Currently for the Loganville store, as well for all of our 6 stores in Georgia, the delivery range from the store is 4 miles. So if you are in with that 4-mile range from the store, you should ideally be eligible for delivery. We do let people know that your property must have clear space for the drone to deliver. So if you have heavy tree foliage or maybe power lines, maybe you're really close to a bridge or maybe an airport, even if you're in that 4 miles, you may or may not be eligible for delivery. It's on a case-by-case basis. From there, you're able to check your address. If you are eligible for delivery, you can then peruse the catalog for all of the great Walmart items that are available. In step 2, you'll also see that you can select at your home what we call a delivery spot. So depending on your property, if you have clear space in the front and or backyard, you'll see the delivery spot available where you can select it. That drops a pin with GPS coordinates that then gets assigned to your drone. Your drone then autonomously will build out its flight plan to your house for delivery. Then from there, you're able to track your drone in the app as it flies from the Loganville store to your house. And then you'll see in step 4 how the package gets loaded using that tether. And then step 5, it's being lowered down and unhooked by the tether there. And then last thing, just as I close out, we're very excited and proud to be in the city of Loganville. And as we look ahead to the future, and I'm very excited that we have new council members here tonight, and thinking about workforce development, STEM education, and other growth, innovative growth here for the city of Loganville, we want you all to think of Wing as a partner in that process. We love doing STEM education outreach with schools, high school programs, college programs. We also love to do tours, so if you as a city council would like to come out and have a walkthrough tour of the Loganville store, we would be happy to set that up for you. And as well, if there's any community events that are coming up in 2026 where you would like to wing for us to come out and set up a tent, as you see, we've done Easter egg hunts with the Easter Bunny. We've done Santa Claus and his reindeer have come out for events. So we just want you to know that we are very excited to become a community partner here in Loganville, and we look forward to growing not only at the Walmart store, but with your residents as well. And so with that, I thank you for your time and happy to take any questions.
Very good. Any questions? We have one.
Yes, sir.
Right now, the drone delivery is free.
So drone delivery is free through the Wing app. At some point, it will transition over to the Walmart Plus app, but that is not determined by Wing. That would be determined by Walmart. And typically, when that does happen, Walmart will send out notifications to their customers.
Do you have a general idea of how much that's going to?
Unfortunately, I don't. So for our business model, Walmart is our customer. It's like a B2B model, so we don't determine price. Similarly with DoorDash, who is also one of our partners, for DoorDash customers, their standard fee for drone delivery for Texas and North Carolina is $3.99, but that's the same standard fee that you would get if you had a driver. Yes, sir.
Well, being that Texas is the world capital for guns and stuff, how many of these have you had shot out of the sky in Texas?
I wish I had $1 for every time I got that question. And I actually lived in Texas for 5 years. I was part of the Texas team that did our drone delivery sites on the ground there. And I'm very proud to say that for all of the now 19 locations that we have in Texas, we have not had any incidents with firearms. We do like to make sure that we send out mailers, like through traditional postal mail to residents before we launch the service to notify them that they're eligible, and we do put information about our FAA regulation on that. We also try to work with police and fire departments in each city that we go to help educate residents on that process so that they understand that Federal Aviation Administration does mean federal time. But again, thankfully, we have, I think, been very good about our community outreach and engagement that we have not had that happen. As part of our expansion with Walmart, we are also heading into the state of Florida, to Tampa, Orlando, as well as in Houston. So we have been getting those same questions for Florida as well as for Houston.
Very good. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Yes, so for the Loganville location, I believe it is a 12-pad nest, which means that there are 12 drones currently there. And so the drones are actively there, they're real, they're flying, they're ready to deliver to your homes. So if you want to drive by the store tomorrow, the team is there. We also, again, you'll see them inside of the nest. They can answer any questions that you all have if you want to go. And then if, you know, we've seen some people in the other cities that we're in take families over for their kids who are excited about drones. So please feel free to stop by the store. It's open and available for you all to check it out.
Has the service already started?
Yes, sir. We started last week, and so I drove by the store before I came here, and people have been ordering. So definitely look forward to getting orders from more people.
Very good. Very good. Well, thank you, Catherine.
Thank you.
Well, you got to admit, that was a little bit of news. You know, I was reading an article not long ago. It said that in the next 20 years, advancements was going to be so drastic that it's going to overcome all the advancements that have been made in the last 100 years just in the next 20 years. So things are changing. Okay, with that said, roll call for tonight. We've got everyone here tonight except for Bill Duvall. He's in South Georgia and told us he wasn't going to be able to make it. And with that, I guess we're going to need to have a motion to approve last month's minutes and last month's financial report, which the council members have had for about a week now. So could we have a motion? Okay, we have a motion. We have a second. Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, the minutes and the financial report is approved. And now we move into Planning and Development Committee. Lisa Newberry.
Thank you, Mayor. We've got on discussion tonight items 4, A, B, and C. And Paula's going to talk us through the legal language on this, and then we'll take individual votes on each item.
And I don't know if Robbie wants to, let's let Robbie say anything, then I'll add to it, because I know Robbie's done a lot of work on this as well. And then I'll add my extra 2 cents in.
All right, so the matters before you, as it related to Fuller Station, last year this property was approved, the project was approved, I think it was last year, might have been 2 years ago, and my apologies, but it was, the final plat was approved for this project on January 9th, 2025. Since then, a variety of issues discovered over the past few months led to shifting boundary lines and reductions in right-of-way that necessitate a new final plat to be filed along with the corresponding development agreement. These changes also make the variance request as it relates to the placement of sewer cleanouts no longer relevant, as this matter is addressed in the development agreement. Just so you guys, I don't know if you guys remember or not, but they did come to before the council with a variance request related to their cleanouts being in the driveway. That is now covered by the development agreement, so that variance is now moot. But we've worked very hard on this. I can assure you of that. It has not been an easy journey to get to this point, but if you guys have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them.
Yeah, and let me just add in there. So basically, you've got 3 different things for you to approve. One is to approve the revised final plat. And then the next one is to approve the development agreement. The next one is to approve an abandonment resolution to abandon portion of the right-of-way. All 3 of these are doing the same thing. Currently, as it exists, the right-of-way is 60 feet, and that's too wide. There basically was an issue between the way it was originally drawn up, and it was going to be a private drive subdivision versus it ended up being public roads. So what this does is it shrinks there's still a public right-of-way, 24 feet back to curb to back to curb. We will then retain an easement in all of the remainder of that 60 feet so that utilities can be where they are. We've dug into this deep with the developer, addressed the HOA. I know there are concerns about the HOA. The HOA is correct. It does the right things. They have a professional management company that will run the HOA. So basically, you're approving a final plat that shrinks the width of the ownership of Yells Road down to 24 feet, the actual back of curb to back of curb. You are allowing them 20% of the units to have these sewer laterals in the driveway, but those driveways are the responsibility of the homeowner. The sidewalks are the responsibility of the HOA. That's spelled out in the HOA docs. And this cleans up basically several sort of things that were identified basically after the sort of last minute change occurred where it went from private drive to a public road. And I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. Y'all are not rezoning this, just to be clear. Y'all rezoned this several years ago. I don't remember how long ago it was, but it's been a minute. So this isn't a rezone. This is more of cleaning up sort of the development documentation, very perfunctory in nature, but it's definitely cleaning up some issues on getting that road bed shrunk down a little bit. And I'll be happy to answer any questions y'all may have.
Any questions, council?
And we would need 3 separate motions.
Yeah, I do have some questions.
Okay.
So reading this, I wasn't aware, Robbie, there's 2 different developers on this project. Do they share the same HOA?
No, they're
There's
not
one
2 different developers. It's just, one is so it's very common the way this works. They're all controlled by Smith Douglas Homes. And so as the units get built, they transfer into the Smith Douglas Home entity. And as the units are sitting, as the lots are sitting there and holding, then they're held by their holding company, which is basically, but they're all controlled by Smith Douglas Homes.
Okay.
So there's not 2 different developers. It's all Smith Douglas Homes. There are multiple entities referenced in the agreement, though.
Okay, and then Danny, you clarified this, but I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. We're going to allow, if we vote this, we're going to allow them on 20% of the units to put the sewer clean out in the driveway, but they cannot put their water meters in the driveway. That's correct?
That's correct.
Because it doesn't specify on there.
It specifies what they're allowed to do outside of the context of your development regs. So it only specifies the things that they're allowed to do outside the context of your development regs.
And how long is their maintenance bond in effect?
The maintenance bond is already under the prior development agreement, and it's under our standard term of 24 months, I believe.
Yeah.
From the completion of the final unit? No. From the start of the project?
From the start of the project.
You good, Melanie?
Sure.
Paul, has anyone seen the HOA covenants to make sure?
Yes, I've reviewed them all myself.
Okay, thank you. Any other discussion?
I have a general question, Paul. why are we doing this? We don't normally do this, or that I've been a part of anyway.
Sure. So basically, again, when the project was originally coming online, it was going to be private, and then there was a change at the, sort of in the 11th hour to take it to public. So the short answer of why are we doing this is it doesn't make sense for the city to own the front yards of these units. And if you don't abandon this right-of-way and take the right-of-way ownership back to the back of curb, then technically the city will be responsible for cutting everyone's front yard.
Well, is there any way to write this in such a way that we don't take the right-of-way, we give them back the right-of-way, but we don't allow the sewers in the driveways? Because I think we're setting a dangerous precedent, as we discussed at the last meeting on this. Or is that part of, we have to give this to get that?
Well, it's part of what your staff has worked on to come up with as part of essentially a negotiated resolution for all of these issues. The staff has discretion to, sewer director has discretion to allow some of these sewer laterals under the driveway, and the discussion was sort of the quantity or the total count of how many there were. So, but ultimately, y'all have the discretion to do or not do anything that three of you choose to do. So, but this is what your staff is recommending.
Everybody good? Any other questions?
This may be jumping ahead. This is the page 60 in my thing. It's the resolution to abandon a portion of the right-of-way. Am I jumping ahead?
Well, that's one of the things.
I mean, can we go ahead and, it says council and the mayor have the right to charge up to $75,000. Am I reading that correctly?
Not exactly. Essentially,
okay.
that when you receive property, if you receive it, the way that the law reads it, if you receive property within so many years, I think it's 10 years, then you have to first go back to the property owner that gave it to you or sold it to you, and you go to them first. And essentially, they gave us the dirt, so we give them the dirt back. It's a very common practice. Since they deeded the dirt to us at no consideration, then the expectation is that we deed the dirt back to them at the same value.
Okay.
If they'd sold it to it, if we'd bought it from them for $100, then we would have sold it back to them for $100. But since they deeded it to us for no consideration, we deed it back to them for no consideration.
Okay, so the reason this is even in here is just because it's a segment of the law.
That is correct.
Okay.
Okay, any other discussion? No. All right, so for agenda item number 4A, known as the Fuller Station Townhomes, I'd like to make a motion to authorize the mayor to sign the final plat and development as presented.
Second.
We have a
All
motion?
in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Opposed?
It is approved.
Opposed?
Second. What we do?
Oh, I didn't. Oh, well, then make it 4-2 or 3-2, whatever it is.
Wait, who made the motion?
I made the motion to approve.
But I didn't hear you vote.
You made the motion to approve?
Right, mayor asked for, who wanted to vote for to approve.
And Brandon seconded it.
So you're asking to approve? for
I can
who?
vote against what I approve.
You're right.
Yeah,
Then it's 3-2.
yes.
Okay, all in favor
I don't either.
of this, please show a sign of your hands up. Approval of the plat. Yes, approval of the plat, that's all we're doing. All right, so we got 3. Those not in favor, we have 2. Okay, so it is approved.
Wait, how can you make an motion to approve it if you're denying?
I can make an motion to approve, but vote against my,
She did that once before and confused me, but
Are we all
She's-
good, Paul?
yeah.
Would you rather me read them? Would that make it
We
easier?
haven't been able to do that before.
We've done it
She did it one
before.
other time.
Yeah,
We've
did
done it
file.
before.
I don't know.
We did it before.
Yeah, you did it one other time
The
with
other
something.
times, you had to, somebody else had to do it.
No, she did.
well,
Yeah, she did.
I've done it both ways, but I stopped doing it that way because it was confusing everyone, so then I started making the motion to approve if I don't, and I can still vote against it. We most certainly have done that, most recently.
Okay, well then, that's news to me. I do think,
It's on video.
well, then I will absolutely go back and review and I will get the answer to it. So, and I apologize that this one's different for me. We do have a motion on the floor. It's properly seconded. We do take the vote. I didn't know I was going to be a parliamentarian this evening. I apologize. We have a vote of 3-2 for the motion to proceed forward. So yes, we're going to go with it. And before we get to that, because there's a majority of this council that wants to do it, and that is sufficient. A majority of the quorum that is here, and that's sufficient. But I'll get y'all a fully vetted answer on that issue before we come back in January. How's that?
Should we move to someone else making a motion and just not have to worry about it?
Anyone can make a motion on these
correct.
things. Anyone can make a motion. It doesn't have to be the chairman of the Planning and Development Committee.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, for agenda item number 4B, known as the Fuller Station Townhomes, I'd like to make a motion to authorize the mayor to sign the development and security agreement as presented. I'd like to make the motion to approve the mayor to sign.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Those opposed?
Aye.
3-2.
Mr. Mayor, for agenda item number 4C, known as the Fuller Station Townhomes, I'd like to make a motion to authorize the mayor to sign the resolution to abandon a portion of the right-of-ways of the city roads commonly known as Almeida Street, Flinders Drive, Monahan Trail, located in the Fuller Station Townhomes as presented.
Okay, we have a motion.
Second.
We have a second, we have a motion, and we have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Aye.
3-2. It is approved. Okay?
Okay, so next up is item number 4D, and this is Robbie's going to talk to us about the comprehensive land use plan update, and then I'll make a motion, we'll take a vote.
We recently had a kind of a orientation meeting hosted by the Northeast Georgia Regional Council about kind of kicking the wheels and getting things started on the 5-year update of our comprehensive plan. We did our 10-year, the comprehensive plan covers 10 years, but there's typically a 5-year update. So that we will be undertaking that next year. What you're doing here tonight is approving the resolution and the funding for the city of Loganville to be a part of the 5-year update of the comprehensive plan that is being done with the county and all the cities by Northeast Georgia Regional Council.
And this is a budgeted item? Yes. Yes.
Okay. Do we have a motion?
Well, wait, I only had one question, though.
Okay.
It says that this is a process that takes 12 to 18 months. When do they start?
I believe we will have a kickoff meeting in January, February of the stakeholders. My last discussions with the Northeast Georgia folks is that they will have a meeting here in Loganville as for a public meeting for input into the comprehensive plan.
And how does this going to work with TPUDC and the rewriting of the ordinances? Is this,
The 5-year update is really just kind of, it'll be me attending some of the meetings and then just updating our work plan. Northeast Georgia really does most of the legwork on it. I think last time I spent probably maybe 20 hours over 6 months.
okay, I just want to make
working
sure
on it.
you weren't going to have more with everything going on, that this was not going to conflict with your schedule.
No, I'll make it work.
Okay,
I'm not worried
thank
about
you.
it.
Any other questions, discussion? Okay, so for agenda item number 4D, I'd like to make the motion to authorize the mayor to sign the letter of engagement with the Northeast Georgia Regional Commission to conduct the 5-year update to the comprehensive plan as presented.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion, we have a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Approved 5-0.
Okay, and last up, Robbie, if you'll give us an update on the TPUDC, your latest discussions and what you need from council, please.
Yes, so myself and Jeff, the Assistant City Manager, met with TPUDC yesterday. We had a great kickoff meeting, and we are hitting the ground running. Just to let you know, it looks like the discussions we had with them, they do believe that we can accomplish things in a 12-month time frame. Now, naturally, that's just subject to any kind of hiccups along the way, but they do believe that we can get it done within the 12 months that they had originally proposed. They originally proposed 14 months, but they think they can get it into 12. The first step and the most important thing that I need from you guys tonight is you got about a week to submit to me your recommendation for the steering committee. Unfortunately, Ann, that does not include you. I'm sorry.
No homework.
But in your stead, I'm sure Keith will be able to, yes. So Keith, and then my fellow planning commission members in here, you'll be asked to take part in these interviews as well. But these interviews are tentatively scheduled for January 13th and 14th. They will be 30 minutes long, and they will be virtual. So it will just be you guys and a representative from TPUDC, where you will give them your vision of Loganville. After that, we're kind of looking at an interdepartmental meeting, so that means they'll sit down with myself and probably maybe a couple other departments that may be relevant to this discussion, just to kind of make sure we've got all the documents they need and answer some of the questions that they may have about our systems. And then that's probably going to be January. February, they will do a public kickoff event. That will be, they'll probably do it in the Rock Gym, I would assume. A lot of this stuff is still fluid. I just wanted to kind of give you guys some stuff that may be coming down the pipeline just so that you can be aware, especially the January 13th and 14th stuff, because you guys will be needed to sign up for those as well. But they'll do a city tour on Monday, in early February, and then towards the end of the February month, they will do their Code Palooza, where we will host them in either the Ag Building or the Rock Gym, and the members of the public will be able to go in throughout the day and take part in our planning of the future.
Okay, so our homework is to get you our
Yeah, if I could get a steering committee member recommendation from each of the council members, swapping out Ann and Keith, if I could maybe end of the month would be great. I really want to get this to them as quickly as possible because they need to start setting dates.
You probably want to grab Wes too.
Oh, yeah. What? Hold on, I did my math wrong.
No,
Oh, you
Brandon's-
moved up.
Yeah, Brandon.
You
Brandon
moved
got
up. Sorry,
promoted.
Wes. I completely forgot.
Or demoted. however
My
you want to
apologies.
do it.
Right? But yeah, so that's kind of where things are right now. If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them.
So does January 5th work for everyone? Wes and Keith also, can everybody commit to getting the, thank you, Ann. Can everyone commit to getting their pick for the committee, the steering committee by January 5th?
Yes, it's one of us that we're picking, right?
No, it'd be somebody out in the community. Each 6 of us council members would pick one person from the community to be on the steering committee.
So the
okay.
ideal candidates that were just, that the officials explained to me is obviously business owners, real estate developers, real estate agents, naturally any resident, but this needs to be somebody that is going to be active, that is going to be capable of conducting meetings online, And
How much time will it take?
so the stakeholder meetings are going to be, they're structured a little different, so the time may fluctuate depending on which topic we're addressing at that time. But that's, I would not assume any meeting will last longer than an hour.
Okay. Do they have to live in the city?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes, to answer your
So
question.
January,
Lisa.
yeah, everybody can commit to January 5th. Wes and Keith, good? Everybody's good? Okay, Robbie, looks like January 5th.
Okay.
So everybody will just email Robbie directly, if you will.
So either they live in the city or own property in the city,
Kind of like the DDA rules.
sort of.
Okay.
And we would maybe say somebody that hasn't served on a previous committee, somebody
Yeah.
that can be, you know, Zoom or Teams virtual meetings.
Okay. All right, thank you, Robbie. That is all we have, but I do want to say that I do appreciate Ann and Skip, you guys stepping up, serving for as long as you have. It's been a pleasure serving with you guys, and I want to congratulate Wes, Keith, Melanie, and Brandon. I'm looking forward to working with you guys. And that is all we have for planning and development.
Y'all should have a great new year. Looking forward to it. Robbie, could you please send all the council members an email specifying what you're looking for and when? Yes, sir. Just to keep it clean.
I actually went in that email. Could you include all that information you just gave us? Thank you.
Okay? Now we move to Finance, Human Resources, and Hunsinger.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have two items for the council. The first one is that we need to convene a panel of the Ethics Committee that everybody had a nominee for. We have a case to hear, or the Ethics panel has a case to hear. There are 9 people on it. The way that we're doing this is that there will be 3 members on the panel to review. What Danny and staff requested was that we would draw 5 names, and then Danny will convene 3 from those 5 names. So do you need a motion, Danny, to do that? Okay, so everybody pick, or whoever he wants to have pick, can pick.
Yeah, the mayor can select them all, and we're going to choose 3, and
Right.
then 2 alternates. So the first 3 will
Sorry,
be
yes.
comprised, and then 2
Picking
alternates.
5, 3, and then 2 backups.
Correct.
So you might make it to the podium, the metal podium, if the first pick can't do it.
Brian Hobbs,
Brian Hobbs?
Yep.
Okay.
Kay Griffin, Debbie Bradford. 2 alternates. Danny Ford,
Microphone.
Joyce Davis.
Okay, the 5 people that's been picked out of the bucket, I guess. Kay Griffith, Debbie Bradford, Brian Hobbs will be the 3 people on the Ethics Committee, and the 2 backups will be Danny Ford and Joyce Bryson Davis.
So the first 3 are on the panel, and the second 2 are the alternates.
Right.
Okay. I guess we didn't need a motion, so onward, number B. All right, so this is a housekeeping item. So if you're in the accounting world, you know that in regular non-governmental accounting, you have a profit and loss and a balance sheet which has assets and liabilities. But in government accounting, everything gets listed essentially on a P&L. So we have a piece of property. I don't know which property it is. A lot of property? Okay.
Would you like me to tell you all the addresses?
No. There's a lot of property. That's a very official term.
It's down
There's-
there.
Down there. There's a lot of property that was originally stated as an asset held for resale, and we need to move to the general fund, $802,449, over to the general fund account number, which is in your packet. Again, this is just a housekeeping item, the preliminary draft. The auditors recommend that we do this. So if anybody have any questions? I know you do.
Well, no, actually, I've already gotten a lot of answers from Natalie. She sent me a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Thank you, Natalie, for doing that. The 802,449, is that just paper, basically?
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
what I thought. Okay, so there's nothing to get, I mean, we're not losing $802 or anything like that.
You already expensed the 977 that I explained to you.
Okay,
In
yes.
2016 and 2017.
Okay,
So the city already had that expense. This is just literally moving it from an asset held to resell it to an asset that it should.
an asset
It's the
to an
city's.
asset, yes, okay. All right, thank you, and thanks again for all that information. Otherwise, I might have a lot of questions.
If nobody has any other questions, anybody else? I'd like to make a motion that we approve the budget amendment to move $802,449 from assets held for resale to assets. Is that good? No, hold on.
No, you're asking, I'm asking for a budget amendment to the line, to that line item 11565, 541000.
So I'd like to amend my motion as per what Natalie just stated.
Okay, everybody got that? Okay, we have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Approved 5-0.
Mr. Mayor, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Ann. Move now to Public Safety Committee. Melanie Long.
Thank you, Mayor. I only have one item. I spoke to Chief before. The two Lucas devices that we received a grant, we talked about that last month from the Walton Healthcare Foundation. He's now buying the Lucas devices. Those are the devices that do the CPR. He can't just go out and get those because it's over Danny's budget, so we just need approval. It's just basically a bookkeeping item. Approve him to be able to spend that money. So, anybody have any questions? Okay, I make the motion that we approve the purchase of the two Lucas devices.
Lifesaver. We have a motion, we have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Approved 5-0.
Okay, that is all I have. Thank you, Mayor.
All righty. We move now to Public Utilities Transportation. That's Bill Duvall's committee. Don't think he had anything to report tonight, did he, Danny? No? Okay. So we'll wish Bill well and hope he has a Merry Christmas, and we'll move on to Public Works Facilities. Patty Wolf.
This is the fun part. This is where we discuss trash.
All right.
I was watching that little, I'm sorry. Public Works trash report, total litter pickup to 120 pounds. Public Works chipping report, total stops 325, total tons 12.75. Good job, Jeremy and team. I never get to see them anymore, but they do good work. They don't need me overseeing them. That's it. Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you, Patty. Move now to Economic Development Committee. Brandon Whitfield.
Thank you, Mayor. We had a discussion in committee. We wrote up the thing, and then I know that was very technical, the thing, but we wrote up the vision synopsis that we approved as council last time, or sent Paul the go-ahead to go ahead and write the IGA to go with go through the DDA, and that's what is before us tonight. If y'all have any questions, Paul wrote the IGA, so I would direct them at Paul. But it all looks fairly good to me and pretty standard. Any questions?
Well, for those in the community that is not aware, the DDA is going to be handling this process of selling and getting 254 Main developed finally. And they asked the council for some direction because they didn't want to put a lot of time and effort into something and then come back to the council and say, no, that's not even close to what we wanted. So that's what this is all about. And the write-up was very nice. Everybody agreed with the write-up. And I guess today we're going to approve the IGA with the DDA.
Correct.
Okay, you want to make a motion? Or any other questions?
No other questions?
Okay.
Well, I make a motion that we approve this IGA to send to the DDA.
Okay. We have a motion. We have a second?
Second.
We have a motion, a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Approved 5-0. Very good.
And
We're
that's-
going to try to get some more stuff downtown. That's the goal.
And that's all I have for now, Mayor.
Okay? Thank you, Brandon. Now we'll move to City Manager Report.
Uh-oh.
Danny Roberts.
Walking to the podium, we're in trouble.
We got to get him walking faster.
only gonna take me about 45 minutes.
That's fine. We got all night.
Few things I have for y'all, just more of a update, is we're about to release the agenda for 26, and I've went ahead and combined the council meetings, unless y'all just say otherwise, July, because July 4th, it falls Monday is the next day that we would meet. July, September, because it's Labor Day, November, and December, just because they tend to be light agendas. Are y'all okay with those being combined meetings for Thursday? Okay.
We are, aren't we? And
Good.
an hour.
Okay. The only other thing, well, a few other things, just to thank Ross and his team for Fleet for the train. If you all came to the parade, you saw the train made its debut again. If you grew up in Loganville, you know the train was a historical part of the city. Several of us kids rode on it for ball clubs. So it was a long, painful love-hate relationship Ross had with that train. They did a lot of work. Jim wrote a story on it in the Tribune front page. Thank you for doing that.
Great job, Jim.
We're in the process of purchasing a Butler building to put up under it to keep it from getting any more age on it. So Ross is doing that. But thank you for them, and thank you, Christy. I don't know if she's here. Christy Peters, where's she? There you are. For the parade, we had a very successful parade. A little light, I thought, but it was still very well done. Had a lot of participation. So thank you, Christy, for that, and thank you for the team that helped us in law enforcement and fire brought Santa. So as usual, it went well. Christmas tree lit up, which I always hold my breath. That went well. So
And we had a concert,
we had a concert.
Christmas and gospel music, and it was darn well. He did.
So I will say this before I go on my next thing. Merry Christmas, y'all. If I don't see you before then, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And then we have some presentations I want to give. So first, we'll do Christy. So Christy Ash, raise your hand, Christy, because you're not sitting in front no more. She started her career here, I'm going off memory, but Angela will correct me if I'm wrong. Even though she wrote the date, but it's up there. February 27th, 1997. Wow. And her last official day is December 31st of 2029. So now she's leaving the end of this month. 28 years of service to the city of Loganville. It's probably easier to tell you what job she hasn't held versus what she has held, because she's literally done pretty much every job at City Hall I know of. She's also done some fire chiefing job with me, counseling, mentor, so we're gonna miss her. But she ain't going too far. She's just going right down the road. She's a expert pool player, so her and her husband love playing pool. So don't bet against her, because you'll walk away with no money in your pocket. But Christy, it's been an honor to work with you. I speak on behalf of all the employees. It's an honor to work with you. You will be missed, even though I'm not gonna call you what I usually call you. But she is retiring with a great service to the city, and we're gonna miss her. But she is a phone call away. I have her number, plus I have Eric's number, so we'll find you. But Christy, we gave you a plaque at city dinner. I thought that would be in front of your peers, but seriously, thank you for all you've done. If y'all could give her a round of applause.
Danny, you know, if you think about it, Danny, she started work for the city in a different century.
Yes, you did. 1900s.
Before child labor laws, right?
She worked for a lot of mayors. Who was the first?
Every living mayor that is still alive that I've worked with is here tonight.
That's correct.
Wow.
That's what I was about to
Very
say.
good.
Except for 10 mayors, excuse me.
They came to honor you.
They did, just for you. So.
Very nice.
Thank you, Christy. You want to say anything? You good? I know you can come up here. Yeah.
No crying. Too
I'll
late.
just say it has been an honor to serve the city. I didn't think I would be here as long as I have been, but I have enjoyed most of it. I enjoy the people that I've worked with, the relationships that I've made, and I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss everybody, but like you said, I'm not far. It's definitely gonna be a change from what's constant for me for the last almost 29 years. I've had to plan my life around council meetings and payroll, and I won't have to do that anymore. But thank you for allowing me to serve. It has been joy. I love all of y'all, and I'm gonna miss you.
Mayor Edelman, would you like to
That's
speak?
true. Renee Uderman hired Christie. And we still hold that against, no, we don't.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And the new mayor, thank you very much. I just wanted to say that I remember Christy when she came to work for the city straight out of college. And I hired her, and I had already hired Michelle Deaton. And that was the reason that Christy came along with Michelle. But the original person that had the vision for employees for the city of Loganville was the city clerk, Kate Needham, who was an institution here in the city, and she was one of the original and only city employee in the city hall. She started the first library in the city. But Kate had a vision for young women and an intuition for women that she knew would have a lasting effect on Loganville. And I think it's remarkable that Michelle and Christy and several other people that Kate hired stayed as long as they did, and they were the foundation of the city of Loganville. So thank you very much, Christy.
And if she hadn't hired me, I wouldn't have met my husband. I actually met my husband at City Hall, so.
I know that our state representative wants, yeah, come up here, Mayor. Then we'll get all the mayors come up here and get a picture.
I just want to say, I was just counting the number of mayors that Christie worked under, and that is 10 of us. 10 of us. Some are living, some are deceased. And I want to thank Christie for helping me. As a mayor a few years ago, we struggled a little bit during COVID and some of the things that happened, and she was always there. She was always there to answer the questions. So on behalf of the state of Georgia now, as a state representative, we're going to do a proclamation, and it's coming before she leaves. I told her if that's fine, and she said it's fine. So we're going to do a proclamation for her dedicated service to our city of Loganville. So thank you so much, Christy.
Well, that's nice. That's really nice.
Y'all want to come in the middle?
Come on.
I have a presentation.
Oh, gosh.
Slide to the right. Slide to the right. Keep going. Go that way. Go that way.
Move down, Christy.
Okay.
So thank y'all. On to the other two. We got two other quitters with us tonight. Mayor Skip, Councilwoman Ann, if y'all would come down here, please. So we'll do, go down, Ann. Ann's first. We did this at the city dinner for the mayor, and I told him he couldn't take it with him. I was gonna do it again tonight. So Ann started her wonderful journey with the city council here in 2018. And then she's leaving us December 31st, 2025, same as Christy, so 8 years of service. It's been an honor to serve with you. It's been a challenge sometimes, and it's been a roller coaster, but I think it made us all a better person for you to serve with us, and I have certainly learned a lot from you. She was my person I could go to with financial questions because that's her background, and it's good to bounce ideas. And people think we always agreed, but we did not. She would tell me, Danny, I do not agree with you, and I would say, okay, but you're wrong. She goes, no, you're wrong. So, but and it's been a privilege to serve with you, and I mean that. And with that, we got a little plaque for you. And it says, in grateful recognition of your outstanding service, commitment, dedication to the city of Loganville as council member 2018, 2025, Ann Hudson.
Well, bye. I just want to say that that would be a lie. It's not always been a pleasure. It's been a rough 8 years. To my fellow council members, thank you. It's been an honor. It's been an honor for the staff and to serve the city, the citizens, and the staff. I've done the best I could. I've made hard decisions. I've made people not like me very much, but I always wanted to try this, and I did it, and I'm glad I did. For the inbound, always vote your conscience, and everybody else, just be kind. But thank y'all very much.
Hey, Danny, real quick, from council, and we got you a basket. We did. So you got a trip.
We got a trip?
So it is to Brasstown Bald. I will be honest, this got one at GeoMay, so we didn't spend money on it, but we just couldn't go. So you got a trip to 2 for you and Brett to actually go to Brasstown Ball.
Wow.
And we themed your basket, per Lisa's request, around that trip. So you got some items that hopefully you can enjoy while you're there. Please enjoy your time away from us, because I know you need it.
Thank you so much.
So here you go. Thank you so much, Aaron.
All right, second one, Mayor Skip Balaws. He served as council member, served as mayor. I told a story at the city dinner not too long ago about how he and I didn't get off on the right start. Is it okay if I tell that story again? Sure. So if you don't know Mayor Skip, he tells you exactly what he's thinking. He doesn't change when he's up there, and he doesn't change when he's behind closed doors. He's the same person. That's one thing I respect about Mayor. When I first got, in February of 27, I got voted on by the city council. It was 5-1. And I told my mentor at the time, Bill Jones, I said, Bill, I don't want to take it unless it's 6-0. He said, son, you'll never be 6-0. So I learned real quick how to play the game as politics. So, but I will say this about Skip. He came up to me and says, not because I don't like you, not because I don't think you can do your job. I just think we should have done it a different way. And I vote what I think. I said, well, I appreciate that. And I didn't really understand at the time. These 9 years have made me a little bit wiser, I'd say. A little bit skittish, maybe. But Mayor, it's been an honor to serve you. I will love that you always told me one thing, and it was always the same thing when you came in here. It never changed. I may not agree with it, but you didn't change because you got a little pressure or not. So I can respect that, and I think everybody looks at for a politician is what you tell me at the door should be the same thing you do at the council, and we appreciate that. So his record as council was 2012, 2019. He ran on, he would not run more than 2 terms, and he stuck to it. That's why he did not run again until 2022. He became mayor and served until 2025. So Skip, I know we're going to miss you, but I know you're not going to go nowhere. Jerry probably wants you to be at home because I'm sure it is stressful doing the job as the mayor because I get paid pretty good, but y'all don't get paid enough to do what y'all had to do sometimes. So with that, here's your plaque for the second time. Thank you.
Good. Thank you.
You got 1 minute, Mayor.
1 minute.
You know, I've always loved time limits on my speaking because I've not made one of them yet. We went to Monroe not long ago, and all the mayors in the county had 6 minutes to talk, and one of them went over time, and that was me. But anyway, with that said, just like you to know, it is an honor. It's always an honor when someone asks you to step up to a leadership role. It really is. You'd love to think, and I've told many people this, the worst part of this job is you wake up in the morning and you realize everybody in Loganville loves you. Well, we hadn't quite got there yet, but there are many that do, and there's some that don't, and that just goes with the territory. As I would tell Brandon, you're never going to make everybody happy. It's just not going to happen. Some people don't want to be happy, because if they're happy, they can't complain. And if they can't complain, they can't breathe. But with that said, for the most part, it has been a wonderful experience. It's been very bittersweet today, knowing that these employees who've always done a great job, and we run with a very slim group to run a city our size. People don't realize that, but it's the truth. Our public safety, which gets a lot of the money that the taxpayers pay as property taxes, all of it goes to public safety. As a matter of fact, all of the city taxes on property is about $150,000 short of what we spend on public safety. And that's the reason, if somebody that lives in a city has a problem in their front yard and has a heart attack, we're usually there in an average of 5 minutes. The county's much bigger. They take 14 to 20 minutes is their standard. Somebody can do a lot of dying in 15 minutes, as we all know. But anyway, it is bittersweet. It's always a great pleasure. And I guess I should do something tonight, if you'll bear with me, just for a moment. I'd just like one last time to introduce my wife as the First Lady of Loganville. Jerry, stand up. Stand up. May I assure you, she hates that, but that's okay. We get along okay, and she forgets it in time. Only 55 years, that's true. That's a long time. She's a very tolerant lady, very tolerant, as you can imagine. But anyway, it has been a blessing. I wish Brandon and the council members very much luck in the future. But please don't expect everybody to like the decisions you have to make. And to be quite honest, there have been some decisions that had to be made that there was no easy out. Sometimes there are hard decisions that have to be made for us to move forward. And the people here that you elected are the ones that have to make those calls. So with that said, I wish you all well. I thank you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I would try to play a song for you, but I did this at another outing, and the wrong song came up on my radio, on my phone. I was going to play The Cowboy Rides Away. However, the song that came up was Yes or No. It was both of them by George Strait, but still. One was a love song, and the other one was a disappearing song. But anyway, with that, is my minute up? Okay, with that said, in closing, have a great evening. Again, happy holidays. Thank you.
We also have a basket for you, Skip. You and Ann have been very big mentors to me personally. I know I lean on y'all a lot, so thank y'all for all that y'all have done for me personally. So I had we got a little creative with your basket to commemorate your first vote as mayor. It did not come in time, but we got you a pinwheel. I will go put in your yard, and so you can always remember the vote that got away. The elk. We got you an elk. It's really a reindeer. They don't sell elk at Walmart this time of year, but they do have.
I still want my elk, and I expect you to get it.
Well, you got one.
Yeah, I expect you to
can
get
put
it.
it anywhere in your house you want to, sir.
Put it down at City Park.
And we also talked with Jerry, and I said, what's some place that y'all would like to go, somewhere local-ish, because, you know, we don't get paid a lot here. But she was thinking about the grandchildren and the children, and she already has big plans for you after you're not mayor, by the way. So I'm helping y'all, or we're helping y'all with that by getting you a gift certificate to go for 2 people to World of Coke. I know how much you love Coca-Cola. The picture you tried to get Christy to put back there was you holding a Diet Coke can. So I thought it was very fitting that you would have that. And when you babysit my children, his babysitting plan is just give them candy until they pass out, mainly suckers. So we got you a big amount of suckers here. That might be for when you watch my kids as well. a IHOP gift card because you're all, yeah, there he goes with the suckers in his pocket. Always going straight to the children. And because you're such a goober, we got you a box of goobers as well. So thank you, Skip, so much for everything you've done for City of Loganville. We appreciate you.
Thank you very much, and I certainly hope, Jerry, you have plans for me after this. But anyway, I thought we was going to go to that place that Land's going on the same night. That could be.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, we used to have a dinner together. That's no big deal. A little whiny on it. But anyway, you got it.
Thank you. So after we conclude here, there is cake outside, these back doors. If y'all want to get some cake, please come get cake. It's a large cake. That's for everybody, so please that. And two other things, 2 birthdays. Paul, tell your daughter I'm sorry, but Bella Rosenthal's birthday is today. Paul desperately need to get out here because he's got a party to go to.
She turns 18.
And my
She turned 18
father-in-law
today.
is,
18, wow.
yep, he turned 81 today, so I'm sure he's watching. Happy birthday. And then also a little note, my nephew graduated boot camp from the Navy today, so
Oh, wonderful.
thank y'all.
Thank him for his service.
Is that your report, Danny? Yes, sir. Very good. And don't forget, please, got cake out in the hallway afterwards. I guess we'll move now to the city attorney, and he's got till midnight. Okay, Paul, you're up.
Thank you, Mayor. I have nothing to report other than Danny stole my thunder. It's my daughter's 18th birthday today, so happy birthday to Bella.
Well, tell her happy birthday.
And good news for y'all, there is no executive session this evening, so that's all that I have, Mayor. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
Okay. With that, and this is the hardest part of the meeting, I know everybody wants to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And when you're thinking about Christmas, please remember the reason for the season. God is among us, and we need to worship Him, and we need to praise God and thank Him for all the blessings we all have received in so many years ago, and now too. Okay, with that said, I need a motion to adjourn. We have a motion, we have a second. Second. Okay, we have a motion in 2 seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Never had a oppose on that one. Meeting is adjourned. Thanks, everybody, for being here. We appreciate you.